Are you ready for a deep dive into My Chemical Romance's debut album, I Brought You My Bullets, You Brought Me Your Love? This album all started with the Attic demos. So at the time, it was only Gerard, Ray, and Otter. Otter is the nickname for their first drummer, Matt. It was recorded on Ray's computer in Otter's attic, with Gerard's vocals recorded in a bathroom. 3 songs were recorded. First, Turnstiles, which is Skylines and Turnstiles. Second was called Wishing You Away, which became Drowning Lessons. And the last one was called Stabbing, which is Vampires Will Never Hurt You. It was originally titled, the demo, Dreams of Stabbing and or Being Stabbed. All of these songs were later released on the Greatest Hits album, May Death Never Stop You. What makes Bullets so different from the other albums is that it doesn't have a concept, but you have to keep in mind everything was moving so quickly. When they recorded the album, it was because they just needed songs to tour with. It was produced by Jeff Rickley from Thursday. He had 10 days off of tour and spent 7 of those days recording the album. Nada Studios itself was a shoebox studio situated under the basement of its owner, John DeClario's mother. And there's also this really cute post Nada put up for the 20th anniversary. Album art. It's really interesting how they were able to get this, and apparently it was designed by Gerard and Mark using cellophane, Ajax dish soap, and the Eyeball Records color photocopier. The image, which everybody should recognize by now, is of Harry Houdini. And what was really sweet is after the band's breakup, Gerard posted the image that was used for this artwork and wrote, "Beyond any sadness, what I feel the most is pride." Let's see how quickly we can go through all the songs in the album. So first off, you have Romance, which is an acoustic cover. So this is a cover of a song called Spanish Romance. It was composed by an unknown 19th century musician, and it was most likely chosen because this song appears in the film Dawn of the Dead. Honey, the Mirror Isn't Big Enough for the Two of Us. This was the second single off the album. Music video was inspired by the horror film The Audition. It was directed by the same guy that helped design the album artwork. Gerard also stated in a 2002 radio interview that he wrote the song about his brother and bandmate Mikey Way's ex-girlfriend. Gerard has also been quoted as introducing the song in a concert by saying, "This song is about sucking D for coke." These are going to be kind of hard to see, but after the band's breakup, Gerard re-listened to a lot of their albums and gave commentary on each song. So this is some of the Twitter posts Gerard made about Vampires Will Never Hurt You. So Gerard said, "Vampires is the first time I heard my voice recorded. The tempo is 187 beats per minute, by the way. Still my favorite vocal performance I have ever done. Vampires is still my all-time favorite song. Christ, the ends of Vampires is so good. The bit at the end of Vampires was meant to sound like Ink and Dagger." Now, the music video for Vampires, Gerard and Frank actually stayed up all night painting that set, and they got so sick and high off the fumes they threw up. Here's a fun story from Frank. "I was hanging out while they recorded the demo of Vampires Will Never Hurt You, and I got really, really high. Ray had laid down 14 guitar parts, and somebody said, 'If you add another guitarist, you could play this live.' Someone replied, 'The only guy we've considered is too high to get off the couch.' That was the first time Frank thought he might actually play in his favorite band, and it scared the shit out of him." Keep in mind, I believe Frank was 19 when he joined this band. Drowning Lessons, which is known as their cursed song, because every time they would play it, something would break or go wrong. Gerard said in a Reddit AMA, just various stuff would go wrong, everything from starting the song at different times to amps and drums breaking. It was also too personal for me to want to sing it live. The band overall only performed it 16 times. And Gerard's tweet said, "Dude, Drowning Lessons. It sounds like a goth version of Early Saves the Day. Ha 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 ha. Our Lady of Sorrows," Gerard once said in the lyrics, "Oh, how wrong we were to think that immortality meant never dying," were his favorites. There's a church of the same name, Our Lady of Sorrows, in Jersey, close to where they grew up. Ray Toro wrote the music and brought it to Gerard. Here's a quote from this book, which basically says, "Ray wrote the music for this song, Gerard wrote the lyrics, and it fitted because it didn't really fit." That was something we always wanted to do, to put songs together that shouldn't work together, but do. This song was really aggro and metal. There were bits we cribbed off German metal band Halloween in it. There were a lot of bizarre references around that time. Head First for Halos was the third single off this album. It started out as a joke with references to Peter Pan and The Matrix. And in Gerard tweets here, "Head First for Halos, a song that changed everything, opened a lot of creative doors for us. Wanted it to sound like thrash Beatles. Skylines and Turnstiles, a song inspired by the events of 9/11. Here's a quote Gerard said in a Kerrang article. From then on, I was in my parents' basement with a small practice amp and an old Fender guitar. That's when I wrote Skylines and Turnstiles and some of the earlier material. I wrote those songs sitting in my pajamas with notebooks all around me. It was me going, all this stuff has been inside me for years and I just wanted to get it out. I wasn't depressed at that time exactly, but I was certainly a hermit. And Gerard's tweet here, Skylines. Never enjoyed playing this live after the first 2 albums. I think I just wanted to move on emotionally. #emo. Early Sunsets Over Monroeville, or as Gerard puts it, the Toothache song. Total bummer to sing at the time. Super delirious, no fun. So this song was based on the horror film Dawn of the Dead, which is filmed in Monroeville Mall, which is from Jersey. And Frank had only recently joined the band when they were recording this, and he had to run outside into the van to write his parts for this song. This is the best day ever. All right, who knows the quote to this image? If not, you can watch the video here of them recording Bullets, and apparently they all stayed in one hotel room during the week of recording. So This Is the Best Day Ever is one of the songs Bullets brought back to be performed on the reunion tour. They've played it live 56 times, and 14 of those during the reunion. You have Jeff Rickley harmonies in here, and fans speculate this song is about Gerard's trip to the hospital while recording. Cubicles. Now, Gerard had said in the past that they hated this song and hated playing it. But when re-listening to it, Gerard posted on Twitter, Cubicles is really good. Totally understand why people always ask for it live now. Really hard to play live. And finally, Demolition Lovers. This song is about loving someone to death and was the precursor to the Revenge concept album. They only played it live 18 times and played it for the first time since 2004 at the New Jersey reunion show. Famously in the thank yous for the album, Gerard put, 2K, I'm sorry I wrote all those songs about killing you. I hope the last track makes up for it. Gerard also gave us some great information about this song on Twitter. First, they said, Demo Lovers already? This album feels short, no filler at all, which is great. The music from Demo Lovers is inspired by a Bobby Womack song and a Helium B-side called I Am a Witch, which taught me guitar. F yeah, this heavy outro And finally, fuck yeah, this heavy outro shreds crazy, spooky lyrics. I guess that's the best way to describe this whole album. Crazy, spooky lyrics.